Imagine a world before history was written, before the flood reshaped the earth, when the sky and the ground were not separate, when the veil between heaven and earth was thin, and beings of unimaginable power walked among humans. This is the world of Enoch, a man not merely alive but awake, a seer, a traveler between realms, a shaman of consciousness long before humans had words for such experiences. He saw the invisible currents of the universe, the forces that shape life, the pathways of consciousness that most will never perceive. Some say Enoch ascended to heaven, not in body alone, but in mind. He entered realms that modern seekers describe through psychedelics or near-death experiences, states that dissolve the boundaries of self, where time, space, and identity blur. In these states, beings of intelligence, awareness, and form beyond comprehension reveal themselves. Geometry impossible to imagine, landscapes that defy logic, truths so vast they overwhelm ordinary perception. And Enoch walked there as naturally as one walks a path in the forest. Then came the Watchers, 200 emissaries from the heavens, descending to mountains on earth, carrying knowledge forbidden to humanity. They taught metallurgy, astronomy, the secrets of life and death, the arts of sorcery, and ways to shape reality itself. From their unions with humans came the Nephilim, giants or beings that transcended ordinary human limits. Some interpret them as physical giants. Others see them as archetypes of potential, symbols of what happens when consciousness, knowledge, and power collide without restraint. They were warnings and mirrors of human potential, showing what could happen if humans touched the divine without understanding the responsibility it carried. Noah was born into this extraordinary world. Chosen, marked, and guided through the lineage of Enoch, he became a vessel for survival, a keeper of life, and a carrier of knowledge through the coming storm. How could he have known the flood would come? Perhaps through visions, encoded in consciousness itself, glimpses into the threads of reality that stretch far beyond ordinary human understanding. His role was not only physical survival, but the survival of knowledge, awareness, and potential. The ark was more than wood and nails. It was a vessel of consciousness. Every creature aboard symbolized a force within the human mind, instincts, creativity, fears, and desires. The flood was not simply water. It was transformation itself, a force of chaos, pressure, and testing. Integrate it, survive it, and consciousness expands. Ignore it, and the storm within consumes clarity, wisdom, and insight. The rainbow was more than a promise. It was a signal, a bridge between heaven and earth, between chaos and order, between potential and realization. Throughout history, humans have always sought the impossible. Prometheus stole fire from the gods, gifting humanity knowledge and power, punished for daring to reach beyond the limits set by divine forces. Gilgamesh sought immortality, traveling through dreams and encounters with beings beyond comprehension, discovering that wisdom, not endless life, is the true reward. Hermes Trismegistus mastered language, mathematics, and the architecture of the cosmos, showing that human understanding can reach beyond the ordinary into the divine. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, brought art, knowledge, and civilization, bridging humanity and the divine, showing what is possible when humans access higher awareness. Moses faced the burning bush, a flame that did not consume, yet spoke directly to consciousness. Was it divine? A psychedelic-like journey of awareness? A shamanic state where mind and universe communicate? The miracles that followed, the parting of the Red Sea, the plagues, the fire, were more than literal acts. They were maps of human potential, showing what happens when consciousness aligns with unseen forces, when the mind becomes a vessel for extraordinary power. The Nephilim, the Watchers, the giants of myth, they are not just characters in a story. They are archetypes of human potential and warning. They show what happens when knowledge is grasped without balance, when perception and power collide without wisdom. They whisper that humans can expand beyond ordinary limits, that insight, perception, and creativity can reach heights once thought impossible. but only if integrated responsibly. Even today, the edge of human potential remains. Every leap in understanding, every act of creation, every expansion of perception is a step toward godhood, or a fall into chaos. The tools are all around us: technology, art, music, science, and psychedelics. Modern fire stolen from the heavens. They dissolve boundaries, reveal consciousness alive in the universe, and allow humans to touch the extraordinary, just as Enoch, the Watchers, and Moses once did. The flood is not gone. It has transformed. It comes as chaos, as pressure, as information, distraction, and challenge. The ark is inside you, your mind. The animals aboard represent every instinct, desire, and spark of creativity within. Navigate it, integrate it, survive it. Transformation awaits. Fail, and the storm consumes focus, clarity, and potential. To awaken is to become a modern Nephilim, not a giant of flesh, but a giant of consciousness, perception, and insight. The fire is no longer a burning bush. It is inside your mind, a spark of insight, a flash of understanding, the pulse of the universe whispering directly to awareness. Terrifying, exhilarating, impossible, and guiding if you are brave enough to listen. This is where humans become shamans, explorers of reality, navigators of consciousness, bridging ordinary life and the extraordinary. The myths, the visions, the miracles, they have been alive all along, waiting for humans willing to step beyond ordinary perception, willing to integrate chaos and insight, willing to touch what was once impossible. The edge is here, the fire is here, the ark is here, and the rainbow, the bridge between potential and realization, is within reach, if you dare to see it. The stories of Enoch, Noah, Moses, the Watchers, and the Nephilim are not just tales of the past. They are instructions, warnings, and invitations. They ask us, how will you wield the power within? How will you navigate the storm? How will you integrate the forces within you and around you? Step forward, face the chaos, touch the spark, carry the animals, integrate, transform, awaken. The flood, the fire, and the ark are not outside you, they are inside you. The edge has always been here. The fire has always been inside. The flood has always been your opportunity, and now it is yours. The stories of Enoch, Noah, Moses, the Watchers, and the Nephilim were never just stories. They were guides, instructions encoded in myth, showing humanity what is possible when consciousness stretches beyond ordinary limits. They reveal the edge of perception, the space where the mind touches the infinite, where insight, creativity, and awareness merge into something greater than ourselves. The ark, the flood, the fire, they are not distant events. They are inside you. Your mind is the vessel. Every thought, every spark of creativity, every instinct is an animal aboard your ark. The chaos, the storms, the pressure of life, they are the flood you must navigate. Survive it, integrate it, and you emerge transformed. Ignore it, and the storm consumes clarity, insight, and power. The rainbow is not just a symbol. It is the bridge between the human and the divine, between potential and realization, showing that balance is possible, that integration is possible, and that consciousness can rise above chaos. The fire is no longer a burning bush. It is the spark of awareness inside you, a pulse of the universe whispering directly to your mind, illuminating truths too vast to speak, too powerful to ignore. The Nephilim, the Watchers, the giants of myth, they were warnings and mirrors. They show what happens when knowledge and power collide without wisdom, but they also inspire. They whisper that humans can reach beyond ordinary limits, that perception can expand, and that the mind can touch what seems impossible. These myths remind us that the edge has always been here, waiting for those brave enough to step forward. Now the flood, the fire, the ark, they are yours. The chaos, the storms, the animals of your mind, they are yours to navigate, integrate, and transform. Step forward. Face it. Carry it. Transform it. Awaken. The myths have been guiding you all along. The edge is here, the fire is inside, the opportunity has always been yours. And when you do, you will realize that the stories were not about them, they were about you, and the potential that has always been waiting to rise.